Hey guys, welcome back to more AFK Arena. In today's video, we're over on the test server, link in the description if you want to get onto it, but we're here because we have some patch notes and they're a little bit controversial, so let's get into it. Okay, so patch notes. Like I said, bit of controversy in these ones. I'm going to do my best to explain it. I'm not the person who's heavily impacted by this. So I'm going to do my best to explain what's going on and the issues with it. So we'll get to it. So first up, we have the Depths of Time 3, the Voyage of Wonders, yada, yada, yada. Sweet, we get another Voyage. I think there's another Voyage actually coming after reset today, so I'll have a video out for that when it drops as well on Global. Added the Depths of Time 2 to the Wandering Balloon. Hey, Wandering Balloon, just free stuff. Just go do the stuff again and you get freebies. All good. Adjusted the enemy formations in stages 3749 to 3752. I'm just so glad about this change. I was struggling on 3749 and managed to get it. 3750 just hard stuck me. I'm just kidding. But to the three people this affects, grats. I think I read somewhere in Discord that it was talking about there was like floras in the formation and flora's just a pain. So they adjusted that. So cool beans. Okay, so 4 and 5, this is where the controversy starts to creep in. So, added a new honorable rewards medal feature. Players that exceed within the Legends Championship, Fabled Realm, and campaign will be awarded medals for their efforts. Players can find more details about the rules and their own progression within the feature itself. Players will be able to start acquiring medals after the results of the next Legends Championship tournament are calculated. Now, this one, I don't want to go too deep into it because this is going to depend on what the rewards are. I don't like, this is like, and people, so I don't even know how to say this. It's always touchy stuff, this sort of stuff. So when we look at Fabled Realm and Legends Championship, they are for the whales basically. So yes, you can get into Legends Championship as a low spender. Free to play, I don't know. Yeah, I think I've seen a couple free to play. Like my free to play can almost get into it, but that's on test server, so that doesn't count. Test server is easier. But yeah, so it's more of a whaley type thing. So the issue that people have with this is that it becomes whales start getting more than what the free to play are because it's like this is whale catered rewards. But I feel like the whales are getting more rewards anyway because they're spending the monies anyway. So it's a weird one. And I think that the breakdown becomes if like the top gets much better rewards than the mid, because the issue with this and the next one becomes, and from what I'm seeing in the community, is that the mega whales are fine. It's hurting the mid-level spenders like the dolphins and don't ask me what money range it is. It's like, if you're not in the Legends Championship, you don't stress. But basically, and I want to just clarify this, when we look at the Legends Championship, it is this one down here, where not the Challengers Tournament. So keep in mind, Legends Championship is this one. So keep that in mind moving into the next thing. And the Fabled Realm, oh, rip, I got to collect my stuff. The Fabled Realm, if I can get to the notes. Okay, the Fabled Realm is that one for the Twisted Realm bosses where it's like if you're above a certain level, you just get straight legend rewards. So there's that as well. I don't know whether that means now you're going to have to try in the Fabled Realm instead of just claiming your rewards, because now you got to get these rewards. Don't know how it's going to pan out. Like I said, I've spent too long on it already, but the honorable rewards, we'll check it out when it does drop in the game. Moving on from that, and there's actually one more past this that's a controversy. So, the Legends Championship has adopted martial ratings rules which will take effect as of the update. A player's martial rating is used to participate in this event. Heroes shall retain their ascension tier, and every hero's level is set to 240. A hero's level may be increased by the number that is based upon the resonating crystal level. For specifics, please view in-game rules. So, this one here, once again, we are talking about the Legends Championship, which is this one here. Now, the Challengers Tournament, if this got martial ratings, I feel like it would make it more competitive because this has open levels. Don't quote me on that. I'm not a game balancer. This is just a broad statement. take everything I say with a grain of salt. Okay, moving on, disclaimers out of the way. So it's not in that one, it is in this one. The problem with this is we can actually challenge friends using these rules. So if I go here and I go challenge in Legends, as you can see, every character is capped at 240. So this was a problem because when we used to go over here, and this is where it becomes funny when you have mobile games with PvP, where mobile games are just inherently pay to win. So the paid players are going to excel in PvP more. Yes, free to play and low spending can excel with knowledge and strategy. I don't know how to do that, but free to play and low spenders can excel, but it's heavily pay to win, and that's like every mobile game. So it's always a hard one to balance PvP after you've set a precedence on what that PvP is gonna be. Because if you make it easier for the low spenders and stuff to compete, then the whales get pissed. If you make it more whale heavy, then the free to play and low spenders get upset. And so what this change is doing is introducing martial ratings. The first thing I want to just clarify is, so there's been some complaints about this system because your tree levels, and obviously I'm on the test server, so this is like these tree levels are actually very, very low. But if we go to like region 1, we go here, you can see we start getting like these 103 tree levels, which is a lot of tree juice to get them there. But the problem is at the moment with level 240, the stat bonuses from the trees, and once again, this is how I understand it. I'm not in deep in this because I don't compete in it every week or month or whatever it is. But the tree became an issue because the stats from the tree were impactful so much. And I think players were asking for them to increase the level of the heroes in this from 240 to like 300 or 400 so that the base stats of the characters going in was higher, meaning the tree had less impact. Now, just doing that again would cause controversy because then you have the mega whales who are like, hey man, I'm winning because my tree, I paid for that. They'd be like, well, now you're squishing me down. So it feels like what this update was aiming to do was try and alleviate that without destroying the mega whales. But the problem with it is that because martial ratings now mean the mega whales are going to get level advantages over the mid whales and low spenders who qualify for the Legends Championship, essentially it feels like, and this is just the vibe I've been getting from Discords and stuff like that, it's like they're sort of punishing those mid spenders. Now, I want to emphasize that probably 95+% of players, this will not affect, because I might run a poll. I might run a poll on my YouTube channel to see who actually competes in Legends Championship and like just get a rough idea from that. But a large majority of players won't be affected by this at all. It's just it's a interesting thing because you're basically playing with your finances at this point, because if it hurts those mid-level spenders too much, then they stop spending. But you don't want to make an update that benefits them too much and kills your mega whales. It's like I said, it's an absolute mess, and I just feel like PvP in mobile games and balancing PvP in mobile games is a very, very touchy subject because you're basically playing with money at that point. So that's the best I can explain this. Like I said, I'll do a follow-up on it when it does drop on the test server, and see what the vibes are and see what the feel is for it. But that is essentially what's happening. They're adding martial ratings to something where everyone used to be at the same level, and the tree was the issue. Players wanted level increases so that the tree wasn't as much of an issue, but now they have level issues between the lower tier players in the Legends Championship and the higher tier players. I hope I did that justice. I hope it makes sense. So there's a lot of players upset about this. I'm still kind of waiting to see how it pans out. Whether it depends how they scale the martial ratings. If it's the same as every other type of thing, maybe it won't be as bad. Like I just don't know whether the level difference will be as brutal as the scaling of the tree difference. So we'll have to wait and see. Like I said, it's a bit complicated. I'll keep you guys updated. Sorry for spending so long on that. Players can spar with guildmates using yada yada yada. You can now spar with guildmates. Cool beans. This one, another controversial one for spenders. Now, this is a great one for free-to-play. Free-to-play, love this change. Orthros, Zolrath, Gwyneth, Anarchy, Tassi, Nara can now be exchanged in the Legends Challenger store, which will be refreshed after the update has been implemented. However, the controversy comes in for those, you know, dolphins, whales, who have spent to stargaze on Orthros and Zolrath, especially if it was like the last one you did. Now you're like, well, that's a big kick in the balls, because I've just used like the most expensive way in the game to obtain this hero to its max potential, and now you just put it into the shop. That's where the controversy. It's like, it's nice for players. It's like, this is really nice if you don't have if you have not stargazed for Orthros or Zolrath in the past. This is a great change for you. If you have stargazed for Orthros or Zolrath, it's kind of hurtful. So that's why, like, I feel like previously they added what was it? It's only been Flora and Wukong to the shops as new heroes because they were new, so everyone can get the benefit of them. And if whales want to stargaze for them, they can, but they know that it's in the shop. Whereas this, people have stargazed for Zolrath. Not even whales. Even if you're like a free-to-play low spender who your first stargaze, you're like, I love Zolrath and I'm going to go for him. Kind of sucks for you too. But like I said, it's a really hard line, this one. I'm not too sure like how to balance this better. Like, I feel like this also, I feel like if they add enough units into the stores, then it becomes, well, why not just stargaze for them anyway? Because it's going to take you 10 years to actually get all of them through the currencies. So I feel like this is like that one step away from maybe if they add Zafrael and Lucretia into the stores, then it's like, well, we're at the point where let's just stargaze for these guys anyway, because I'm not going to get my Aziz, my Lucretia, my Zol, you know what I mean? So it becomes that sort of stage. So I honestly think the way to avoid people getting upset about this is to add a couple more into the shop. And don't quote me. This is just my brain. I can be completely wrong with this, but I feel like if you add enough Celestial Hypergenes into the store, it becomes a point where it's like the store is supplementing your stargazing as opposed to stopping you from stargazing for something. So that's just something that's going through my head. Don't quote me that it would be better, because I don't want to be responsible for ruining the game. So anyway, moving on from that, players can now sell Juris Tears with their bags. Okay, Kiasma is pumped about this. we've had Juris Tears sitting in the mailbox for way too long. Added a new feature called Garrison Mercenaries, which can be unlocked after players complete stage 640 of the campaign. Players can make use of an item called Dimensional Stones to hire long-term mercenary heroes from their friends. This is how they spoke about, you know, trying to get the dimensionals to players that didn't get them. I'm not going to say, I feel like I've spent too long on these patch notes. I'm not going to say anything about this. I'm going to wait till it comes in the game and then I'll talk about it, because I don't want to just... I'm not going to theorize on this one. I'm just going to wait till it comes in the game, see what it costs to get it, see how long you get them for, see how good it is, see where you can use them. There's too many unknowns with that. Cool feature. Waiting to see how it pans out. Fixed an issue preventing the relic Rope of Calamity from working as intended in certain situations. Yada, yada, yada. Strength of the attributes. Cool. Dismal stuff. Anyway. Hero adjustments. This is the big one. This is the one I'm pumped about. Isabella, the Taken Soul. Optimized the visual effects of Isabella's animations and increased the character's model resolution. I'm actually pumped about that. I like it when they increase the resolutions. I don't know why, just me. Leave me alone. Reworked some of Isabella's abilities. Please view her in-game skill descriptions for specifics. Reduce the difficulty of kings and yada, yada, yada. So we do get a bountiful trial, so we get more free stuff, which is awesome. But Isabella getting a rework. I'm pumped for this. I love it when anyone gets a rework. Even if it was Belinda, I would love it. Believe it or not, even if Belinda got a buff and I've just fed 7 copies of her, I would be pumped to see someone get a rework. So Isabella, she's just like that. So when the game first launched and Shamira was the bomb, everyone's like, yeah, but Isabella's the thing late game. But it's like, she doesn't help anyone. She's like about increasing her own speed and doing that. And it's like, it just doesn't work. You need to be, you can't just be a raw damage dealer unless your name is Irons. Like at this stage, you need to offer something to the team, and she doesn't. So I'm hoping she either just becomes ridiculously strong in damage, that she becomes viable, or she gets some added control, you know, something to help the team out, because she really doesn't help the team out at all at the moment. Grizzle fixed an issue. Thorin optimized the description. Aziz optimized the description. And Zolrath fixed an issue would sometimes cause abnormal visual. Okay. The rest is nothing changing, but Isabella is the big change. So, quick recap. I apologize that this video has taken so long. It's just like with touchy subjects like this, I try and explain them as best as I can. Once again, take it with a grain of salt. But we got the Voyage, we got the Wandering Balloon, Stages nerf. We've got these new honorable rewards, Legends Championship getting the martial rating treatment. They've got the sparring. Got the Orthros in shop and Zolrath. I'm pumped about the Zolrath in shop. I'm curious to see the cost of them as well. Selling Juror's Tears. Like I said, Isabella. Isabella's the big one for me, and we'll definitely come back and address the Garrison thing. But that is going to be for this one, guys. Let me know what you think about the update. Let me know what you think. I'm curious to see the vibe of people. Like I said, in Discords with a bunch of, you know, more heavy spenders, it's pretty sour out there at the moment, because rightfully so, people feel like they're getting a little bit shafted. But like I said, for 95% of players plus, I feel like you're not going to be too heavily impacted from this. And then what 95% of people will take away from this is like, ooh, I get Zolrath from the store, or Orthros if that's your kind of thing. And also it's like, ooh, I might be able to borrow heroes. And then it's like, ooh, Isabella. That's what I think 95% of players are going to see. But there's that small percent that are going to feel really hurt. But anyway, guys, I'm going to stop talking now, because now I'm just rambling. Thanks for watching. Hope you're having an awesome day, and I'll look forward to seeing the next one. Cheers.